Retinol, salicylic acid, niacinamide. These may sound fresh from a science lab, but children put these ingredients on their faces every day. The Sephora Kids trend, as it's dubbed on social media, is seeing young people looking for anti-aging and expensive skincare. We met the beauty experts who see this craze firsthand at an event for the Liberties Festival. Co-owner Michelle has a 10-year-old daughter, Josie.
So Josie would have a really big interest in beauty, obviously because it's such a big thing in our families.
I have this like moisturiser from Bubba, and then I normally, after I do it, I spray some little sprays, and then I have a little, this is Laneige, I like Laneige and I want this, a little lip mask that I have, and I put it on at night, and then like more perfumes, and this the facial mist I love.
It's more for fun with her. You know, anything that would have retinol or anything, stuff like that, no, she certainly wouldn't be allowed to use that on her skin.
While Josie and her mother take caution, that is not the case for all children, according to dermatologists.
I think it's absolutely shocking. I think it's very worrying. I think we're just encouraging children to become more and more self-obsessed. We're adding to anxiety, allowing this, and we're causing problems with their skin as well.
An upcoming study from the Department of Dermatology, Tala University Hospital revealed that only 1 in 5 videos about tween skincare advised against harmful products on young skin. More than half the videos promoted things like toners and serums, and many advertised products contained fragrances and chemical exfoliants.
It's definitely a very popular thing on social media. I know a lot of people my age or even younger or older, they like to watch people do their makeup, their skincare, get ready with me. I do feel a lot of pressure sometimes to be like wearing a lot of makeup or doing a lot of skincare, but like I think a lot of people feel that way as well.
Nowadays, beauty is in the eye of the screen holder. Research from Common Sense Media says nearly 4 in 5 teens watch beauty tutorials online. Some kids are too young to have their adult teeth, but they have a full skincare routine and make promotional content for brands on social media. Some kids have shared that they don't know why they use certain products, but still do. So what's the appeal in ditching playing in the yard for a Boots Advantage card?
I think it's really important to look after your skin. Of course, I have to maintain my acne and just make sure it doesn't get any worse, but I find it really entertaining just doing my get ready me's every morning or night, or just filming little videos.
Ava Blackmore is a 13-year-old content creator from Dublin with over 75,000 followers for her Get Ready With Me TikToks.
€2.
When I was smaller, I was probably about 8 or 9, I used to go into Claire's and buy like the little plastic phone with the lip gloss and whatever in it. I really think they should stay a little kid for as long as they can, like dolls, like slime, whatever. Just not skipping into all this stuff.
11-year-old Zoe is an influencer from Florida with over 35,000 followers on Instagram.
You don't need to be using it as my age, but as well it makes really good habits. And if I'm not using acids that are going to hurt my skin, it might actually benefit it and for the long run. And like getting a cleanser, just using those daily habits, I think it'll be a better option than just like playing with dirt and it causes pimples.
I think it's an exciting trend. At the same time, if you're a parent, it's definitely a little bit of a scary trend. You're wondering, hey, are they going to be using some kind of products that are going to hurt their skin?
Child psychotherapist Dr. Coleman Noctor discovered this trend when his daughter asked for skincare last Christmas.
She was very young to get involved in that, and actually at 11 she was probably behind the curve. There was much younger children looking for the same thing. But when we looked into it a little bit more, there was much more of an anti-aging sort of element to it, and that just seemed preposterous to me, that an 8 and 9-year-old would start to be concerned around aging. And I've wider concerns that childhood is shrinking and children are being introduced to concepts much, much earlier.
We invited members of the WebWise Youth Advisory Panel to RTE to give their thoughts on the Sephora Kids trend.
Like, I know there's 12-year-olds out there using toner that you're only meant to use once a month, and they're using it every day, burning their skin. But there's also good in it, like SPF. They're going out using SPF every day.
It can harm their self-esteem sometimes when they see all these influencers with perfect skin, and half the time they're so young they don't even realise that it could be a filter, and they're thinking, why don't I look like that, and buying all these products and then harming their skin further.
I think there are really good positives from this trend as kids are like developing healthy habits, but the products they're using again aren't age appropriate.
Though this seems like harmless fun, the risks are skin deep. Popular products like glycolic acid can strip the skin and lead to allergies and irritation.
I have had people in here in their teens who are literally using 13 to 14 different products between morning and evening on their skin. And when they come to me, they've a red, irritated, angry face, they've got some spots in the chin, congestion in the forehead, and they think that they've got a skin condition, so they just keep adding on more products that they're buying across the internet. And I start by paring it back completely, putting them on a very bland, simple, creamy cleanser, a moisturising sunblock in the morning, and the vast majority of the time they'll come back 6 weeks later and cannot believe how good their skin looks, because they've lost sight of the fact that they actually had normal skin until they started to interfere with it.
Yeah, well, I tried the viral toner that is like really viral on TikTok at the moment, and I tried that, I think it was near Christmas time or February, and wasn't good for my skin at all. Like, just, it like burned my skin. It was a lot of fragrance in it as well.
At the Ivy Salon in Waterford, 14-year-old Sophie shared her experience with popular products.
When I was 12, I was on TikTok and I was seeing influencers put stuff on their skin, and I thought it was a good idea to go buy products. And then that kind of got me into it, and then I put it on my skin and then I was breaking out.
Emma, who owns the salon, is seeing the impact of this trend on her customer base.
I'm in the trade at 20 odd years, and it really only started with ladies in their 20s, 30s. And we have as young as 7 now coming in with their parents asking for skincare advice. They tend to go for the strong retinols, and this is something that I would like to avoid on the young skin.
Retinol is a cream for treating skin conditions, but has an anti-aging benefit that's irresistible to Gen Alpha. You can get it over the counter or a much stronger prescription from a doctor. New EU regulations will limit the amount of retinol in products from the end of this year.
If I have an 8-year-old who has severe comedonal blackhead acne, I will definitely prescribe a retinol as a very good product. But there is no role for an 8-year-old with completely normal skin to be applying a retinol as an anti-aging product, because they have heard an influencer on social media saying that the sooner they start anti-aging ingredients, the better, and that they will prevent aging, which of course is not possible.
In California, an assembly member tried to pass a bill to ban the sale of anti-aging products to under 13s, although unsuccessful. In Sweden, a popular pharmacy chain has set an age limit of 15 on advanced skincare products like AHAs and vitamin A. Ireland has yet to take action on this.
It's a very expensive trend, because as they're growing up as teens, they're looking for the expensive. They all want to try this hyaluronic acid.
Parents are feeling the pressure to keep up with the costs of this trend, from colourful bottles to flower-shaped face cream. The Tala University Hospital study revealed the average cost of a product is €28.39.
It is absolutely ridiculous that these brands, there are so many brands now that are appealing specifically to children, and I think it's quite unethical, and I'd like to see some legislation.
In reality, the industry is the one that's glowing. Bare Addiction is a UK skincare brand for young people. We asked the man behind the brand about some of the active ingredients in their products.
Young skin is unique, and what can work for some people might not work for others. So what we do recommend is speaking to professionals. I think a lot of brands now have realised that there are more and more tweens and teens that are interested in skincare, interested in cosmetics, and they are the youngest users of skincare ever for any generation before them. They use more skincare than any generation before them, and they spend more, or their parents spend more.
Evereden is another young skincare brand making premium products for mothers, babies, kids and teens. They believe this is a great opportunity for children to learn about hygiene.
One thing that we try to do is speak to kids in an age-appropriate way. When you're trying to put sunscreen on your kid's face in the morning and they're really resistant and they're being frustrating, if they like the product and look of it, and you can make it almost like a game, or they treat them like a sunscreen, like a toy, that makes mornings just a little bit easier.
A Grand View research report from last year predicted the global children's personal care market will grow by more than 6% by 2030. The trend is too new to see any long-term side effects from using harsh products too young, and there's no legislation that stops young people from using them. So as the bottles pile up in the back-to-school shop, it's up to parents and the brands they buy from to decide.
We're not born disliking ourselves. We learn that over time. Introducing skincare creates a pressure on one's self-worth and self-belief, and over the longer term may well create a complex or feeling not enough, which can lead to things like anxiety, mood disorders and eating disorders in later life.
We don't know what the long-term damage that they may be doing to their skin if they start to use active ingredients like retinols and glycolics at this age. We don't know yet. So we will probably know all about it in 10 or 20 years, and that will be interesting.
A material world.